I'm going to show you two different ways to multiply binomials. It's just two different ways basically to organize your work. When you're multiplying two binomials together, you have to make sure that you distribute both things twice, meaning I'm going to distribute the 2x to the x minus 3, and then I'm going to distribute the 5 to the x minus 3. So one way to organize is called FOIL, F-O-I-L. And what this stands for is just first, outer, inner, and last. Okay, so first means the two first terms of each parentheses, meaning the 2x and that 1x. So 2x times 1x is 2x squared. Outer means 2x and negative 3 because they're on the outer parts of those two binomials. So that would be negative 6x. Inner means the 5 and the x, so 5 times x. Last means the two last terms of each parentheses, so the positive 5 and the negative 3. And then when you get done doing that, you combine like terms. So we've got a negative 6x and a positive 5x, which are like terms. When I put those together, I'm going to also write my answer in standard form. So I'm going to start with that 2x squared, since it has the highest degree. Negative 6x and positive 5x makes negative 1x. And then the minus 15. And that was our answer, 2x squared minus x minus 15. I'm going to use the same example and show you a different method. It's just, and like I said, it's another way to organize your work. So we're still going to do 2x plus 5 times x minus 3 I'm going to draw a box, and I'm going to take each one of those binomials and just like distribute it around the table. So the 2x and the positive 5, I'm going to put up there, and the x and the negative 3. And what I've made is basically a multiplication table. So x times 2x, x times 5, negative 3 times 2x, negative 3 times 5. And again, we do have some like terms, so you look for the like terms, which are the negative 6x and the positive 5x, and we're going to combine and write our answer out. So we've got a 2x squared minus x minus 15. We ended up with a quadratic trinomial for our answer. You can do this with any kind of polynomial, because if you just make sure that you are organizing your work, so whichever method you like better, you should be okay. So we're going to try one more, except I'm going to make this a binomial times a trinomial. And I'm going to actually, since FOIL, basically FOIL spells out 4 letters, which is only for a binomial times binomial, I'm going to go ahead and use the box method on this. Doesn't mean you have to. If you want to just make sure you distribute, you start with the x in the first binomial and you multiply by all 3 things in the trinomial. Then you do the negative 4 times all 3 things in the trinomial. I'm going to do a box, meaning I'm going to make 2 rows and 3 columns. Make sure you bring those negatives down if there are any negatives, and then you multiply. So 2x squared times x is 2x to the third. Remember to add your exponents. Negative 3x times x, 5 times x, 2x squared times negative 4, negative 3x times negative 4, positive 5 times negative 4, and we definitely have some like terms in here, so it looks like we've got a negative 3x squared and a negative 8x squared, and then we also have positive 5x, positive 12x. So make sure you find your like terms, and then when you write your answer out, I'm going to start with 2x to the third, negative 8x squared and negative 3x squared makes negative 11x squared. 12x and 5x makes 17x, and then minus 20. And that's our answer.